Yo. So I'll wait a little bit for you guys to join. But in the meantime, I do want to talk about an impromptu video on tapping, EFT, emotional freedom technique. Yeah. Sounds a little bit hippie if you've not heard of it before. Sounds even a little bit lightweight. Sounds like a very lightweight healing modality, right? Tapping. How's that going to cure anything? Yeah, right. Yeah, that's what people think. That's what I used to think. Because I've heard of tapping before. I'm sure most of you guys have heard of tapping. If you haven't done it before and you don't believe in it, I'm sure you've heard of it. And I was in that boat, you know. But it doesn't matter, because with healing modalities like urine therapy, sun gazing, grounding, this, tapping, it doesn't matter what you believe. It doesn't matter if you don't believe it's going to work, because it just does. The truth is the truth. It doesn't matter if the whole world doesn't believe it. And I'm coming to it now. It's taken me a long time to get to this point. I always thought I was open-minded. I am a little bit open-minded. That's why I went to urine therapy 2 years ago. But I'm growing in my open-mindedness, and I'm really deconditioning myself. But anyway, I got thanks to someone on Facebook, Michelle talked about it, and she said, you know, it's very powerful, and I was in the right stage of my life to try it. So I'm going to try and tell you how powerful it is, and why it works, and just how simple it is, because this is magical, yeah? Sometimes the most simple things in health are, or the most magical and powerful are the most simple. And EFT, emotional freedom technique, and just tapping, holy shit, it's a game changer. It's a game changer for your physical health, it's a game changer for your emotional health, and the best news is, people aren't going to go, yuck, it's urine. It's not something that puts people off, and it's something that you can get anyone to do. You can get your friends, family. They might think it's woo-woo. They might do it with you and think it's not working. Doesn't matter. It works, and it's not going to put people off. So that's why it's so powerful, yeah? Very powerful, very simple, but you've got to be open-minded, and you've got to try it, and you'll experience almost instantly, if you're a normal human being, 95%, 100% of people experience results very quickly from tapping, from doing simple tapping, yeah? But it sounds simple, but the human body is a complicated thing, isn't it? So when you tap on these meridian points, that's what, you know, I'm a lot of research on it at the moment, because I'm excited about it, because I'm seeing the benefits from doing it. So I'll tell you now, the meridian points that run through the body, you know, there's like the chakras and there's the meridian points. When you tap on these points, or certain points, under the eyes, the side of the eyes, the nose, the chin, the top of the head, when you tap on these points, and at the same time think of all of the issue you want to resolve. So this is what tapping does. It resolves emotional issues. It's great for people who've got, all of us who've got childhood traumas. We've all got traumas. We've all got traumas that are going to be relieved from this, or are going to get massive, you know, easing of symptoms. But also any problems or fears you've got to tap on that. Yeah, you tap on it whilst you're thinking. You do the tapping on certain points, the meridian points that connects to different parts of the body. So when you tap under the eye, it connects to the stomach. When you tap on the nose, it connects to the meridian points in different parts of the body. The point is, you do the tapping and you think of your most pressing issue, or something that bothers you a lot in your life. So that could be a fear. So for me, I'll just go for me. I'm very socially anxious if I'm not talking about things that I love. So I'm socially anxious around people. And I think we all are to some extent. So with that one as an example of the tapping, you know, that's a pretty good one. All you do is you tap on certain locations 7 to 10 times, and whilst thinking of the thought, like, oh, I'm afraid of people, what other people think of me. And then you just keep going, I'm afraid of what people think of me. I'm afraid they're going to judge me. I'm afraid that people aren't going to accept me as I am. That's how I do it, because that's what I'm afraid of, and it seems to be working for me. I'll do one round of tapping, which takes 30 seconds to a minute, and boom. I'll be honest, right after, I feel so happy. I don't know how to describe it. I'll try. The first time I drank piss, distilled water, I didn't realise I had depression, and then it just went away. Just the first time I drank piss. Same with the tapping. As soon as I did the first round a few days ago, it's only a few days ago, I'm doing it every day now, and more than once, but as soon as I did it a few days ago, like, as soon as I finished the tapping for like a minute, I did just 2 rounds, I was like, whoa, a cloud lifted. I don't even think I was depressed. I don't think I'm depressed now. I think I'm fucking healthy as fuck. But something lifted. Like, some emotional traumas were released because I was tapping on things that I know I have issues with now in my life. Like, my fear of people. I'm quite socially anxious around people that I don't know. So I'm socially anxious if I know you and you're my friend. No, I'm not socially anxious. I'm anxious around strangers on the streets, just walking around. So I tap on that and do 1 or 2 rounds for a minute, and afterwards, I'm not kidding you. There's a fog just disappears, and my breathing changes to what it was. It's pretty good anyway. My breathing's quite slow anyway, because I look after myself. But it goes even deeper. I go like, it's like whoa. So the cloud lifts I didn't even know was there, and I breathe deep. And of course I'm reading the books as well. That's how I get into these stuff. I do the research. I'm watching a lot of YouTube at the moment, but I start reading the books. Nick Orton has got some great books. Nick Orton is probably the most famous tapping expert at the moment. I highly recommend you buy his book, The Tapping Solution. It's got loads of reviews on Amazon. It's the most popular tapping book. It's a good one to start. But yeah, what I did is I read the books, and it made sense to me to try it in the first place. So what we do when we tap is, and you think of those fears, you're reliving those fears that attach to the amygdala, in the fear center of your brain, or the fear centers of your brain have got emotions based on your traumas that you carry with you. So you carry with you these traumas inside your brain, right? And when we tap and think of that thought, what we're doing is we're reliving that experience, and the emotions are getting detached from the thought. If that makes any sense. So you're not ever gonna not have the thought, or the trauma's going to be there, but you're detaching your emotions from the trauma. So you will remember the trauma, but now we've all got traumas inside us, but we're reliving the emotions of those traumas through our body experience right now. But with tapping, when you do this, like even for 30 seconds a minute every day, or even just once, you're removing the emotions behind your traumas slowly. You're healing yourself. You're literally healing yourself of traumas. It's not like the memory doesn't go away. It doesn't remove the memory of what you've been through and all the fears you've got in your life now and before. It doesn't remove them. What it does, it takes away the emotions behind them, which is why Nick Orton and many others are telling you it's from research, just scientific research. Get this, it drastically reduces your cortisol levels. Drastically reduces your cortisol levels. It's way more powerful than cognitive behavioral therapy, which is changing your brain and your thought patterns. It's way more powerful than talking therapy. It drastically reduces your cortisol levels. It heals your it's apparently amazing for PTSD. If you've got post-traumatic stress disorder, and I think I have from the past, I think all of us have somewhat been, have fucked up childhoods, especially probably some of you watching here. That's why we get into health and stuff. We've had issues. It's just amazing, and I'm living it, and I'm very excited to be doing this every single day. And I'm going to talk about it a lot because it's really powerful. Really powerful. Something so simple is powerful, huh? That's crazy to me. But yeah, it's, oh man, I can't big it up enough. It's just absolutely, yeah, Karen, I agree. It's honest to God, it's crazy how simple and how powerful it is. All these mythologies and things were exciting in life. It's you know what? I get it why people think it's woo-woo, because I used to, but it's not woo-woo at all. It's not woo, and it works. And at the end of the day, all of us should be doing things that work. That's why I do urine therapy. I don't want everyone to do urine therapy, but the reason why I do it is because it works. The reason why we're tapping every day and talk a lot about it and go deep with it is because it works. And it doesn't work a little bit, it works a lot. The transformation from like 31 minute I've done of tapping every day. I do that minute and I'm like, whoa. And I think to myself, well, Nick Orton talks about doing it for an hour or half an hour. I can imagine if I'm getting so much benefits from just 1 minute, what would if I did it for 5 minutes or 10 minutes or 20 minutes every day instead of like a meditation? Yeah, as part of my daily routine. If we did 5 minutes, what would happen to my mind? And actually, I'll be honest with you guys, I'm having some crazy experiences with it. Like I'm not sure of this, but I think I started doing it 2-3 days ago. Just on my fears of being around other people, strangers. And I noticed I told you, I noticed the parting of the clouds. I noticed my breathing changed. But the day after and today, I didn't feel like eating. Like, I have 1 meal a day, and normally in my 1 meal a day, I want to eat a lot. So I do emotional eating. Okay, I only do 1 meal a day, which is good. It's healthy. But I normally eat too much and not great foods. So not fruits on my 1 meal a day, normally. That's my normal. And I like to pick out a day. But these past 2-3 days, I don't know if this is coincidence, so I might be wrong. I'm willing to be wrong. But the past 2-3 days, when I've been doing this tapping, and the only thing that I added onto my routines. So I kept everything else the same. Not been doing nothing different, always the same amount of urine, same amount of age urine, all my other health protocols the same. But the tapping, I've been doing 2-3 days. Yesterday and the day before, on my 1 meal a day, I was eating, like, I just started eating my 1 meal a day, my small meal, and I was like, my tummy was like full. And I just started eating. I wasn't full. My tummy was empty, because I hadn't eaten for like 24 hours. I eat 1 meal a day, the same time every day. So it'd been 24 hours before that I'd eaten, and I didn't, and it's day before yesterday and today, and I looked at my food, I started eating, and I got halfway through, and I was like, why is my tummy telling me that I'm full? Is this to do? And I thought to myself, maybe, might be wrong, maybe it's a tapping. Maybe the tapping has just released some kind of the emotional traumas of my childhood, of fear about being around other people. But not only has it released the fears of being around other people that I tap to, maybe the tapping has released the fears of my emotional eating. I don't know, but I think so. I'll tell you what, I think so, and if that's true, and I'm going to report back on this, if that is true, that I have tapped on my fears of other things, not even emotional eating, yeah, and now all of a sudden my body doesn't even want me to eat as much food. Like today, I ate the same amount. I ate not even that big, but I ate the same amount. I forced myself to eat today, actually. I ate more, but my body was telling me not to eat too much. That's my point. Halfway through the food, my body was like, stop eating, Harry, you're full. But my tummy was empty. I don't get it. But I honestly think that, to repeat, I did tapping on my fears of being around other people based on my childhood trauma, being around strangers. I've been doing it a couple of times every day, maximum total 5-10 minutes, if that, interspace between the day. So a bit 1 minute in the morning, 1 minute at night. I did like a couple of minutes during the day, and then the next day and the next day, and today, like, I didn't feel like eating it, and I think there's a link there. I don't know, because I might be wrong, but I'm not usually wrong. That's crazy. What I'm saying is, I tapped for something nothing to do with emotional eating, and then I think it's affecting I don't know. I actually don't know. I don't know how to explain it. So I'm thinking I'm definitely going to observe that, but also I'm going to do tapping specifically for emotional eating. Because they say with tapping as well, the founders say that you can tap for everything. This is how amazing this healing modality is, yeah, the tapping solution. It's simple to do, but you can tap for every problem you have in life, every childhood trauma, every fear you have. If you've got any limiting belief in life, you can tap for it. Do you want to be healthy? Tap for that specifically. What's holding you back in your health? Your fears about what? Your fears about what the people think of you? Your fears about judgment? What's holding you back from being the best version of yourself? What's holding you back from being the most wealthiest? Making money is huge. Being financially abundant. What's holding you back? Because this stuff can be used for finance as well, for financial abundance, yeah? For your limiting beliefs on money. Do you deserve that money? Yeah, I'm going to start doing that as well. There is literally, it is the fucking gold. I mean, apart from urine therapy, I think I've just nailed it with the next level gold. Because I'm going to use this as a self-improvement tool and health tool. So I'm going to use this to get physically healthy, emotionally healthy, to become more abundant in my health, to become more wealthy, to fix my limiting beliefs about money, to fix my relationships with my parents and my family and people in the future. I'm going to use it for my dreams, the things that are holding me back from my dreams. It's crazy powerful. Crazy powerful. And I've only just started in a couple of days, and I've already made a video on it. I'm going to keep going. As I experiment and get deeper with this mastery, I'm just going to keep talking about it. And that's the key, because I'm sure a lot of people on my Facebook and a lot of you probably tried it, but some people just don't remain consistent. They might have said, oh, it was powerful, I done it and it was powerful and I stopped doing it. I don't want that for people. I want you to do these little things every single day. You know, I'm not fucking knowledgeable, really. I don't know a lot, but what does separate me out from most people is I do a lot of shit every day. When I learn that something is powerful, I do it every day. That's what separates people out. It's not that you know something. Like, you might know urine therapy is great. Good for you. You might know how to heal someone from cancer. You might know what's the most powerful foods in the world, fruits. You might know how to be healthy, happy, and wealthy. But there's a difference between people that know a lot and people that do a lot. And I don't know a lot, but I fucking do a lot. And I do a lot, and then I can preach to you guys about what works. So I can help people, right? Because this is easy to do. It's not like piss, man. It's like just a couple of taps, you know. Might look a bit weird in public, or you might be weird if your friends might be embarrassed about doing it. But this is a game changer. you learn about this stuff and do it for yourself. You've got a little tool here that you can help anyone and everyone in any situation. Someone wants to give up smoking, someone wants to give up alcohol, someone wants to lose weight. There's books on tapping for losing weight. You know, I don't want to lose weight, but I'm going to buy the book on losing weight. There's a book on losing weight, tapping specifically, you know. That's interesting to me because I can help people lose weight. There's a lot of avenues I can help people with this, yeah, tapping. It's not just about me, and I'm going to use it in my daily life to help me, but guess what? I'm going to learn about how I can use it to help other people with specific problems, whatever you've got, and I think it's powerful, and that's why you guys should get into it too. Definitely look into it. Like, start getting the books. Start reading the books. Go on Amazon. Buy The Tapping Solution by Nick Ortner. Go on YouTube. Type in Nick Ortner. He's got a ton of videos. Go start looking at his work. His sister Jess Ortner as well. Those too big at the moment in the tapping world. But there's so much. But you must, as well as watch the videos, they might encourage you. Just try it. Try it for a second. And yeah, literally, I could even demo like how you do it. Like according to the Tapping Solution, there's 9 points, right? So I'll go through 9 points quickly. So the first thing you do is you tap 3 times on your karate chop point, which is any part of this, your hand like this. So the side of your hand, you tap like this. But at the same time as you're tapping, you're going to set up a statement with your most pressing issue. So the most pressing issue for you, say, I don't know. Like for me, it was I'm afraid of people. I'm scared of what people think of me, but I love and accept myself as I am. Right? So you use your most pressing issue, and then you say, okay, but I still accept myself. So you go, it sounds so fucking woo-woo, doesn't it? I'm still trying to get through this, like how something so simple and woo-woo can fucking work, but it just does. So for example, if you want to do it with me, that's cool. If you don't, fine. But say like, okay, so tap on this point. It doesn't have to be inaccurate. It's like a karate chop point. Even though I'm afraid of what other people say to me, I love and accept myself as I am. You say it 3 times. So even though I'm afraid of what other people think of me, like even you guys judging me now, not really, but strangers, I love and accept myself as I am. So you do that 3 times, and then you go, after the setup statement, you start with these 8 points, and then you go specific, if you can, with what you're fearing. So I'm afraid, in eyebrow, click 7 times, I'm afraid of people judging me, you know, and then you say it and you feel it. Try to think of that as well. But you say it to make your brain think of it. When you say something, you think of it, right? Then the side of the eye, 8 times, 10 times. Okay, I'm scared of what people think of me. I'm worried that people won't accept me as I am. I'm just making it up here, but that's kind of what I say. Just thinking like all the things I'm worried about with people. I go under the chin. You know, I'm worried about people rejecting me for who I am. And then I'll do under the chin 8, 10 times. And I'll say another statement. The same one if you can't think of it, doesn't matter. Same one, like I fear what other people think of me. Then you do the chest. The collarbone, I'm scared of what other people think. I'm scared of what people think of me. And then under the arm, the bra point for the women, so 3 inches under the arm. I fear what other people think of me. Tap 7, 8 times. And the top of the head, I'm afraid of rejection from other people. That's 1 round. We've done it in 30 seconds. Then you go back. Instead of doing that free chop, you don't need to do that again. You can continue and go, I fear people and what they think of me. And then you start again. I'm worried about the risk of rejection. Side of the eye, under the eye. You know, will I be rejected from the tribe? I'm always worrying what people think of me. Will they reject me? How will I overcome this fear of other people? And then under the arm, and top of the head. That's it. In the morning I do just 2 rounds of that. I'm going to do way longer and practice and experiment. But that's the simple... That's simple, man. That is the tapping solution. How crazy is that? Now, if you do that, 1 round, 2 rounds, for me, it manifested in clarity, and my breathing changed straight away. So I knew it was legit, and I was excited. And like I said to you, I think my emotional eating has just disappeared, even though I haven't tapped on that. That's crazy. I've always known I've emotionally eaten logically, but I didn't think something like tapping about my fears of people would take away my emotional eating, where my body is now telling me I'm full up when I've hardly eaten anything. That's fucking weird, man. I'm fucking excited though, so yeah, let's check the comments, man. Yo, I know, yeah, it's powerful. Oh my god, you guys are going to be so blessed if you stay open-minded. You are going to be so blessed if you do this. I can't emphasize this enough. The amount of people, by the way, that Nick Ortner and although that go to these summits on tapping, and it's like 95% of people that try it get results, and they preach it and they don't stop doing it, and they go to conferences, and so many people, it's changed their lives, and I get that now. I get it, because of my own revenue experience. I'm only a couple of days in. I'm very excited. You know, I think I'm healthy and I'm happy, and this is giving me new levels of health and happiness, because guess what? I have limiting beliefs too. I have trauma in my body. Law of attraction and taking action is great, yeah? But the thing with law of attraction, taking action, is it doesn't remove the childhood traumas from your body. Yeah, focusing on the positive is brilliant. It is. I like doing that. But it doesn't remove the childhood traumas and the emotions and the deep layers of toxicity within our body from our fucked up childhoods and, you know, wrong parenting and abuse and all this kind of shit we've been through. So that's why it's so important. Law of attraction is great, but fucking EFT, man, it's powerful. Don't let anyone diss it, because it works. Oh, it works. Oh, Brian, mate, like if we get on UT and you do all these, you combine these therapies, man, it's next level, isn't it? Like for real next level. Yeah, Jeremy, I gave you that quick example, but I'll definitely do more videos on how to do it. Yeah, it's connected, Andy, for real. Yep, tapping your dog. That's interesting. I didn't know that. I didn't know that was possible. But anyway, yeah, highly recommend you guys start getting into it. I'm going to preach a lot more on it, and it's going to be, I know this for a fact, it's going to be part of my daily protocol, and it's going to take me to new levels of health and happiness. It's going to remove a lot of childhood traumas that I've been through, or ease them down a little bit. It's going to clear my mind, clear the fog, make me physically healthier, lower my cortisol, and make me happier. And I wish I knew about this when I was going through my years of depression and suicidal thoughts, of which I fixed myself with CBT, really. I did my own brain neural pathway change, but it took a long time. But this tapping, if I knew about it then, I would have saved a lot of time. So that's why I've got to preach on it, and that's why something so simple can change your life, for real. So highly recommend you start buying the books, read on YouTube. I will talk about it more on my Facebook, but I don't think it's just enough to listen to me. I think you really need to dive deep. You know, that's how I do it. I read the books, I focus on the YouTubes, and most importantly, I get the reference experience by doing some rounds myself, and then I become a believer. Just like with piss, just like with sun gazing. What I do is, I try it, and I notice straight away, whoa, I feel the shift. Then I get excited, and then I start reading the books, then I start thinking, okay, I'd like to understand why things work. You know, this is working for me, and I'm a bit freaked out. It's just tapping, so I need to know why it works, yeah? And actually, I think there's a lot of, like as Nick Ortner says in the book, there's a lot of science to it, that it's mystical. We know a little bit, the meridian points, but there's a lot more to it than just, like, what I said. Like, you know, actually, who talked about this? Patchy said that in the science, they've shown that tapping alters the epigenetics. It changes the genes. So it turns off and on some of your genes. So it literally restructures your brain for healing. Restructures parts of your brain. So it's not just lowering cortisol. It's changing your brain. And not just like for the worst, but for the better. So there's a lot of stuff going on here when you tap, man. It's crazy. And I get that. I know it. I know it's legit. So if you don't know it's legit, just try it 1-2 rounds, and I almost guarantee it works. And if you don't want to go back and review my video, watch on YouTube how people do the tapping. I recommend start with the basic tapping. You know what? There's more levels to this. There's matrix reprogramming, and which is even deeper. Apparently, I'm probably going to transition to that at some point. But I want first to master tapping, like master it for myself and other people. And I want to go around and helping other people, that my friends and family and people around me, do tapping first. So I'm going to master that. Then I'm going to move on to still preach here in therapy, but I'm going to go on to matrix reprogramming and other stuff, and maybe try out some faster EFT as well. Isn't life exciting? Yeah, that's it. The tapping solution. The solution is you. The solution is your body. Your body has the answers. Holy shit. Just a couple of taps and a couple of hands. Powers in these fingertips, yo. Can change your life. Alright, peace.